We start with the developing story of the Ebola outbreak. Today, for the first time since he was transported to an Atlanta hospital for treatment, we're hearing from an IU grad diagnosed with that virus. Dr. Kent Brantley issued a statement this afternoon saying he is growing stronger every day and he wants to thank everyone who has been praying for his recovery. He also says once his test results came back as positive, a deep sense of peace came over him and he was reminded that God will give him everything he needs to stay faithful. As for Brantley's colleague that was also diagnosed with Ebola, tonight Nancy Reibel's husband says she is slowly recovering and has received another dose of a treatment that is still in development and has not been tested in humans.
Now for a story you will only see on RTV6, a college student from Indiana stuck in West Africa in the midst of the deadly Ebola outbreak. Aristotle Jones is a senior at Tuskegee University who went to Liberia in late June on a humanitarian mission. But due to the outbreak, flights were canceled and the students were stuck. And tonight we can tell you they are scheduled to return soon and they are all safe and healthy. But for Aristotle's mom, it has been a roller coaster. RTV6 reporter Drew Smith joins us live with that story. Drew?
Erica, stuck in Liberia, the students are staying inside in the home of a university president in Monrovia. They are scheduled to return to the U.S. on August 17th. And for Michelle Jones, that day won't come soon enough.
He's always talked about wanting to go to Africa as a young child. And you know what? A dream has come true for him.
A dream that could have become a nightmare. Michelle says when her son Aristotle first told her about going on this humanitarian trip with 5 fellow students from Tuskegee University, she had her doubts. He told her that he would be teaching 8th grade English to African children, and then she became okay with the trip.
That's when I started to say, maybe I should let my son do this because maybe he can come back to the States and share his experience, and perhaps when he has children, he can share with his children.
But then everything changed when Aristotle's girlfriend sent Michelle a text. That was the first time Michelle had heard about the Ebola outbreak. Then Michelle learned about Americans Dr. Kent Brantley and Nancy Reibel, who came down with the virus.
I started to worry all over because I said, well, what if Aristotle is sick and they don't know it? What if he comes back to the States and he's sick? But then when I found out that they weren't in direct contact with anybody who had it or who had been exposed to it, you know, it calmed me down again.
Aristotle put Michelle's fears to rest with a text that he was okay. And then last night, the 22-year-old reassured his mom during this interview with ABC News.
We have not been in any contact with anyone that has been tracking Ebola. We're in a safe environment where everyone is completely clean and safe.
And when they talk after his return, she expects Aristotle to share this.
I miss you, Ma, and it's real over there.
Now, Tuskegee University released a statement tonight saying that despite some closures in Liberia, their scheduled flight to return to the U.S. on August 17th is still scheduled. The university also asking people to pray for the students' safe return. Reporting live, Drew Smith, RTV6.